Welcome to Athletes Unlimited Softball on ESPN, presented by Topps. Middle day of week 2, Athletes Unlimited Softball here in Rosemont, Illinois. Yesterday was a blast. We're going to run it back. Don't be alarmed by a couple of raindrops. Those are all going away. We're going to get this started on time. We have Team Paramo taking on Team Romero. This is the first of 2 games on this field today. Always playing doubleheaders. That's what AU is all about. Yesterday, fun ball game. Sam Fisher was the star of stars. She was MVP 1. All she did, 2 for 3 with a home run and driving in 2 runs. Team Paramo with a gutty 4-1 win over Team Garcia. And Nichols for Team Romero, she was double trouble. A walk-off double ending the game that was just fantastic. A 2-1 affair, the only 2 runs coming in the last inning for Team Romero, courtesy of the second-year pro. Well, this is what we're all about. It is high-level softball, but different, and that is a great thing. 60 world-class athletes that are broken up to 4 15-player teams each and every week. We keep track of everything. Innovative scoring system. That's how you find yourself on the leaderboard. At the end of the week, the top 4 finishers on that leaderboard are named the weekly captains. They can make all the decisions, draft their own team, and we do that for 5 consecutive weeks. And while we're at it, we always play 2 games. Ernie Banks special, 2 games always with Athletes Unlimited. With my partner, Kenzie Fowler, 2-time All-American at Arizona. I am Eric Collins. Glad you found us. What a blast it was yesterday. Your first go-around with Athletes Unlimited, and we saw 2 really well-played games.
2 pitchers duels. My specialty. It's what I love. And both of the teams that we're going to see here in Game 1 with Paramo and Romero got the better of those pitchers duels. It was back and forth. And so it's kind of like a winner's bracket here on day 2 of week 2.
Let's talk about that Team Paramo win. They played Team Garcia, the 2 captains, both former UCLA Bruins. We expected a great game. We got a great game. A complete win for Team Paramo.
And a complete game from the captain, the rookie. It's all in the same. Megan Paramo. She had 9 strikeouts, only 1 run allowed. MVP 2 with the fist bumps. And then here's the big hit from Filler. Bases loaded, 2-run score. And this is all Team Paramo needed. More fist pumps, yeah, for Team Purple. They were feeling good. That's a big win to open up week 2.
All right, we're ready to get started. This is the lineup card for the rookie, Megan Paramo. When you're the captain, you can do whatever you want, make your decisions, make your own lineup. And it's kind of a no-brainer decision to start Haley McClenny in your leadoff spot. One of the best hitters in the world today will lead things off, followed by Aubrey Leach. Hannah Flippin is the shortstop. TV Tori Vidalis is over at first. Bianca Stelli, Jordan Roberts, Andrea Filler, Sam Fisher, and Aaliyah Andrews rounding out the 9. Starting pitcher for Team Romero will be Alicia Ocasio, now in her 4th season with Athletes Unlimited. And we are underway. First pitch, strike 1 to McClenny. Ocasio so far this season, 4 innings of work. That was last week. 2 hits, 1 earned run. One of the best changeups in pro ball. One of the best fielding pitchers in pro ball.
Just one of the best athletes in our game. The way she can play different positions, outfield, swing the bat, of course, AU champ a couple seasons ago.
Little tapper, that is foul and spinning and touched while it was still in foul territory by Sydney Romero.
Talking about what Alicia Ocasio can do. You take a look at the numbers. And here's her scouting report. And you see a variety of pitches, and that's for her scouting report. That is so tough when you're trying to figure out what you're going to attack, because she can go up, she can go in, she can go low. She can also drop in a couple of different speeds. You look at the bottom there, drop curve, 55 miles an hour, and then following that up with another changeup. So you have to prepare yourself as a hitter for 3 different types of speeds.
That's the first ball thrown by Ocasio. Ball and 2 strikes to McClenny. McClenny beginning her day 12th on the leaderboard, 12th out of 60 players. Off-speed pitch hammered into center field. Wind's blowing out today, and it's going to take it to the warning track and into the glove of Megan Wiggins. That was hit about as well as you can hit it, but to the absolute deepest part of the ballpark.
The distance says 248 feet off of the bat here from McClenny, but again, the wind holds. So you can see, watch Megan Wiggins. She's going to go all the way to the warning track, which is exactly what you want to do. Haley McClenny doesn't like it. She wants it back, but that's textbook drop step out in center field by Megan Wiggins. You run all the way to the fence, and then you react to where that ball is.
Here's Aubrey Leach. Leach was hitting in the 5-hole yesterday. Now bumped up in the lineup, customary in the 2-hole. We've seen her lead off 2. That's kind of fits her skill set. But she's one of those well-rounded hitters. You really can't put her anywhere in the lineup. She has matured into just a heck of a player. Softly to third. On the run, nice play by Sydney Romero. So 2 down, fly ball and a ground ball out.
I like the idea there from Aubrey Leach going to the soft slap because of the turf's going to be a little bit wet. There's still a little bit of drizzle coming down, kind of putting the pressure on the defense very early in this ball game, testing Sydney Romero, and you can kind of see her laughing, talking about how she was gripping the ball and had a good enough throw over to Stuart Hunter to get the out, but I like the idea.
Here's Hannah Flippen, 16th out of 60 players on the leaderboard. Some things you guess at, other things you just know. Flippen is due. She is 1 for 14 so far through 4 AU games this year. She's one of the best players in the world today. That 1 for 14 is not going to last long.
No.
It's not a matter of if, but when. Everyone's favorite palindrome, Hannah. Ball and 2 strikes. Out in front, that's foul.
Even though a little bit of a slump, there's still a reason that Captain Megan Frame was going to keep Hannah Flippen in the 3-hole. She's just so versatile, has, of course, home run power, but to me, I feel like she's just known as a gap hitter. Doubles hitter, has good speed, always has solid contact.
Flippen from Southern California, San Diego Padres country. You know she wears number 19. It's the number of Tony Gwynn. It's not a coincidence. Off speed. We'll do it again.
It's a great sit there. That's a tough pitch to stay in your legs and just try and keep yourself in the at-bat. 57 miles an hour. And Ocasio throws hard. When she's really pushing the gas, she can touch 70 miles an hour.
Ocasio trying to get a good grip. Pitch gets away from her, 3-2. One of the cool things about Athletes Unlimited is they recognize the past, and the past is celebrated. Ocasio back in 2021, you see the patch on her left sleeve. She was the championship season winner, and no one's ever going to forget it. It's right there on the sleeve. It's also immortalized in the Book of Unlimited, this massive tome that's going to last the test of time. It's passed around all the different sports, lacrosse, basketball, volleyball. There's your list of champions. The first 3 winners all had last names that begin with O. Just saying. Great at bat by Flippen. Hannah works herself a walk that is a +8, and the inning continues.
Such a gritty at bat. That's why she stays in that 3-hole. As good as a hit right there. Saw a lot of pitches. Especially, you always have to think about the weather, and if you're the team on offense, you want to stay in that dugout as long as you can, putting the pressure on the other team, making the other pitcher have to go out there, and I would say sweat it, but deal with the wet ball and sweat it out in the rain, I would say.
Here's TV Tori Vidalis. Just like the first 3 batters in front of her, she starts with a strike 1. And she's down in the count 0-2. Ocasio has been an extreme strike thrower here in the rain. She got Flippin down in the count 0-2. She got Vidalis down in the count 0-2. She wasn't able to finish off Hannah. And now she'll try and finish off Vidalis. Tori starting today, 23rd on the leaderboard. She was robbed twice by Jessie Warren. Popped up, foul, and out of play. And really the only problem with Vidalis' night last night was she was hitting it to the wrong person. She was scorching the ball, but right down the third base line where Jessie Warren is more than capable.
Yeah, she got robbed. Well, I would say robbed, but it's Jessie Warren, so she made those plays look routine, but hit the ball so well.
Two balls and two strikes to Vidalis. Popped in the air. It's a home run in a phone booth. Staggering, making the play. Sierra Romero's side is retired. So Ocasio works around the two-out walk. When we come back, Team Romero heading to the bat rack.
Like Mike, if I could be like Mike.
You want to be like the greats? First, believe you are. Greatness requires drip, not like that, like this. The greats aren't afraid to fail. They're fueled by it. Trophies require greatness, but greatness doesn't require trophies. Because greatness isn't about what you've done, it's about what you do next.
Bottom of the first inning. Team Paramo scoreless against Alicia Ocasio, and they're having the first inning. Now Team Romero will get a chance, and they're feeling the vibe right now. They had a walk-off win yesterday, courtesy of Bubba Nichols.
This game was looking like Team Zirkle was going to steal a win on the first game, but it came down to the bottom of the seventh. Bubba Nichols, a walk-off two-run single. It was a lot of celebration and so much emotion because there was so much on the line, and the players knew it.
Here's the starting lineup for Team Romero. They had just 6 hits, but that was enough to pick up a win yesterday. Kelsey Stewart-Hunter leads things off. There's Nichols in the 2-hole. Anissa Urtez, followed by Sierra Romero. Mia Davidson is the catcher today. Sydney Romero, younger sister of Sierra, hit 6th. Megan Wiggins, the veteran. Shannon Rhodes, last year's Rookie of the Year. And Nadia Taylor is the DP. She will be in the 9th spot. Kat Sandercock is going to get the start. Sandercock beginning today, 27th out of 60 players on the leaderboard.
Threw really well in her debut last week here at AU, another rookie. We talked about this yesterday. Captain Paramo, a rookie herself, drafts 3 other rookie pitchers, so they're all on the same team. I love that. You know, it's kind of one of those things where it's like, hey, I got you, let's link arms and go in this thing together and have each other's backs. As I called them freshmen yesterday, and it's kind of what it feels like, all 4 freshmen on the same team.
Her first pitch steams in there, 73 miles per hour. And Kelsey Stewart-Hunter, her eyes just got wide. Stewart-Hunter yesterday, 2 hits and 4 at-bats. She has moved up to the 7th spot on the leaderboard, 7th out of 60 players. Ball misses a little bit low, 2-1. Stewart-Hunter makes her home in Wichita, Kansas, the Sunflower State. Little number. Fisher in a hurry. And it's going to be an infield base hit. Stewart Hunter has always run well. Now has 3 hits on her weekend.
Well, Catherine Sandercock gets a lot of ground balls. It's what she's done her entire career at Florida State, and she did just that last weekend. Had a really solid, a couple of appearances actually. And so it's always interesting, you know, we have a rainy game here today, a pitcher that throws a lot of drop balls. The infield has got to be sharp.
Could be 2. Little humpback liner caught by the shortstop, flipping and able to get back to the bag. Stewart Hunter. Nichols is retired with 1 pitch.
Talked about the drop ball, and you look at where her balls are split. Look at the top of the zone, that's the rise. The bottom of the zone is the drop ball. And to me, she's one of the best pitchers that has the ability to split the zone vertically. And that's what makes her so tough to scout. You know about the drop ball, but she's also got that rise that she can go up. So your vision, you've got to sit on one part of the zone.
Here's Anissa Urtez. It's the power of being on a good team. Urtez moved up to the 5th spot on the leaderboard yesterday, even though she was hitless. She was 0 for 3, but because her team played so well and won all those innings and won the game, courtesy of Bubba Nichols and the walk-off double, Urtez, top 5 player right now. Liner into center, wrong place. Haley McClenny makes it look routine.
Well, we talked about it yesterday about how that 110-point swing was on the line for that game 1, and you could tell the celebration after Bubba Nichols had that 2 RBI single. There was some tears in there. Everyone was so excited because it was like, thank you so much. Now we're going to jump to the top of the leaderboard with that 1 victory, just the way that the game played out, and there was so much on the line.
Yes, Sierra Romero, another beneficiary. She didn't have a great day offensively yesterday. She was 0 for 2, did draw a walk. It's +8. But she began the day yesterday 2nd on the leaderboard, and she begins the day today 2nd on the leaderboard. Into right field, that'll get down. There goes Stewart Hunter, very aggressive on the way to 3rd. And a 2-out, 1st and 3rd situation for Team Romero.
Little jam shot here. This is an inside-out swing. Doesn't barrel it up, but there's a lot of velocity coming out of the arm from Catherine Sandercock, so finds a nice line drive. And Kelsey Stewart Hunter on her horse all the way from first base. No throw to 3rd. Here with 2 outs, a little rally for Team Romero.
Here's Mia Davidson. Hammered into left, that'll score the game's 1st run. Just ambushes the first pitch she sees. Back-to-back 2-out singles, and it's a 1-0 lead for Team Romero. They have won the 1st inning. That's a +10 for everyone on the Orange team.
You know, as exciting as yesterday's come from behind victory was, I think Team Romero talked about how they're going to get into this game a little bit earlier than they did yesterday. Aggressive here early in the count. Sierra Romero and then Mia Davidson spraying the ball to 2 different sides of the field, both right-handed power hitters. Nice piece there from Mia.
Here's Sydney Romero. 0 for 2, was hit with a pitch yesterday. Called strike 1 to Sydney. Won 2 national championships as a player, played for Patty Gasso out in Norman, Oklahoma. Popped up out of play. All right, we need to backtrack a little bit and clarify, because this actually makes a difference with Athletes Unlimited. The official scorekeeper on that ball hit by Kelsey Stewart Hunter to begin this inning, the official scorekeeper has ruled that that was an error on the throw by the 3rd baseman Sam Fisher. So that makes all these runs, or any run that scores, unearned against Sandercock. How smooth is Hannah flipping? That ball was not easy. A 1-hopper skidding off a wet infield, and flipping made it look routine. It's a 1-0 lead for Team Romero. Athletes Unlimited Softball on ESPN is sponsored by Topps and by Aspiration, a global leader in financing climate impact. Yesterday was game 1 of week 2, what will be 5 weeks of Athletes Unlimited Softball. But the energy, the passion, the spirit, the grit in which both games are played with shows you why Athletes Unlimited Softball is so special. Every game, every moment matters. Inning win for Team Romero. They scored the game's first run on a 2-out single by Mia Davidson. And now in the second inning, it'll be Erica Piancastelli, Jordan Roberts, and Andrea Filler batting against Alicia Ocasio. Piancastelli has played in every championship season, so has Alicia Ocasio. Where Ocasio was an All-American playing in the SEC for the Florida Gators, Piancastelli played at McNeese down Louisiana way. Legend playing at McNeese. Huge numbers.
We were talking some mid-majors yesterday with Sydney McKinney, the new rookie here at AU, and Sam Fisher, of course, had the big home run. And then, of course, Captain Morgan Circle.
On the ground, retreating just a bit, Sydney Romero, her throw across the diamond in time, and that's out number 1. Now, for every run scored during this year's Athletes Unlimited Softball season, Aspiration is committed to planting 10 trees. Heading into this week, 380 trees have been committed this season thanks to Aspiration's support. Now, normally by this time, Athletes Unlimited, we already have a small forest being built, but the runs are down so far through the first 8 games. In every game that has been played so far this year, if you just scored 4 runs,
that's it.
You would have won the game.
Wrap it up.
That was the case yesterday. It was a 4-1 win for Team Paramo. It was a 2-1 win for Team Romero. I guess the wind has been blowing in quite a bit, but the pitching has really been impressive.
Yeah, I think there's a lot that goes into that. Maybe the wind. We talked about it yesterday, how I personally think maybe 2 home runs might have been hit without the wind yesterday, just how hard it was coming in. But it's also, you think about the influx of talent that you bring in, more athletes, you bring in more arms, which gives the other pitchers that are returning from AU some rest time. And then also there's a lot that goes into the chemistry with the catchers and the pitchers. It takes time to kind of build exactly what you want, and the trust and the pitch calling and the sequences. And so all of the returners that are coming back from AU, they've already got that, so they can start a little bit sooner. And I really like what I'm seeing right now with Ocasio and Davidson. You can tell the communication is quick, they're locked in. Even if there's not an agreement on something, there's a quick fix and there's no ego. And Mia Davidson, of course, is calling the game, but Ocasio pitching herself a good one.
That last sequence, by the way, was a Tim Walton special. 3 Florida Gators involved. Pitcher Ocasio, the hitter Jordan Roberts, and the first baseman who picked it up, Kelsey Stewart-Hunter. All Gainesville all the time here in Rosemont. Here's Filler.
So where's Amanda Lorenz? Where's she doing?
Somewhere she's excited, wearing pink.
Get her in there, wearing pink.
There's a great bit. Hope you saw it. Amanda Lorenz was talking about her fit. She has just got this fantastic personality. Little bleeder, and it gets down. Filler will take it. Filler was 1 for 9. And just looking for something good, and that's something good. 2-out base hit.
I feel like yesterday's bases clearing single might have been a little bit of a confidence boost. Down in the bottom of the lineup here, but swinging a good bat. This is a tough pitch to go up and get, find some grass out there in right field. Shannon Rhodes playing pretty deep.
You're a good teammate, that falls. Filler had been 0 for 8 in her first 8 at-bats on the year, but then she had that single that ended up being the game winner yesterday, and now gets a bloop single here in our second inning. Sam Fisher. Sam was MVP1 of our second game yesterday, and she got that honor by going 2 for 3 with a solo homer and a add-on RBI base hit in the 6th inning.
I want to know how close the MVP points were between Sam Fisher and Megan Paramo.
Paramo, a complete game, 5-hit, 1-run, 9-strikeout masterpiece. That is a foul ball, but she didn't win MVP1 because Sam Fisher did it on this homer.
And tied it up, so Team Garcia had the lead 1-0, and this gives your team some life. But you have to have a spark against Rachel Garcia, because it's a daunting task to get in the box against her, especially with the way she was pitching and rolling. Got an inside pitch and just turned on it. Exit velocity 73 miles an hour. Into the wind too.
Called strike 3, so Ocasio allows a bloop 2-out single to Filler, but then strikes out Fisher. We played an inning and a half here in Rosemont. Team Romero leads 1-0.
Representation when I was young. I looked up to baseball players like Jeter. I want to be just like Jeter. I think it's so wonderful that there's women in sport now and they can aspire to be just like us.
What a play, Sis Bates!
You give little girls a hope and a dream that, hey, maybe that can be me.
Oh my goodness!
Called strike 3.
Next up, a pitcher from Florida State, Catherine Sandercock.
It was incredible. It was a dream come true. I've wanted to play professional softball since I was a little girl, so that was a really cool moment for me. I think it'll be just a really cool challenge for me as an athlete and just to grow as a pitcher, and I'm just grateful for everybody involved. They've made the experience really cool so far.
Kat Sandercock, 4th overall pick just a couple of months ago, and she earned everything that she's gotten. She was the ACC Pitcher of the Year this past season, led her Seminoles to the Women's College World Series final, eventually succumbed to Oklahoma, but just a decorated 5-year career playing for Lonnie Alameda.
Just so lucky that we were able to watch her do what she did at her time at Florida State, and now continue to watch her talent come through the pro game.
Softly right side, and it's a foul ball. Megan Wiggins down to the count, 0-1.
So much to benefit from this league for these rookies. And you heard in that soundbite how she wants to get better and learn. And you look at players who have been in this league for a couple of years and how they've gotten better just in the last 4 years. Just to be on this field and be in the dugout and pick the brains of all of these different players coming from all across the country is so big for these youngsters.
0-2 to Wiggins. All right, for more on Sandercock, let's check in with Savannah Collins.
Thanks, Eric. This might not be optimal conditions for a pitcher, but Kat Sandercock thrives pitching in the rain. I know, it's odd, but Ellie Cooper, her facilitator, who's also on the FSU coaching staff, talked about how she embraces the adversity of pitching in the rain. It's something she's super comfortable doing. She wants to use this to her advantage. She's also in a battery for the first time right now with Jordan Roberts. And I was talking to her catcher going into this game. She said that Kat is big on her effective velocity and leaning into that, and that's how Jordan really likes to call her games. She said that first inning expect to just kind of watch us settle in, fall into a groove. She's working with an all-rookie pitching staff. We talked about that a lot. So from Robert's perspective, she's really trying to find a balance between, hey, trust me to call these games and work with you, but also trust yourself, trust your stuff, and we're going to get through these games together.
Thank you, Savannah. Great stuff. I love the fact we're talking about the rain. And Kenzie Fowler, I'd love to ask you about pitching in the rain, but
No.
you pitched in the desert as an Arizona Wildcat.
That's a no for me.
Do you remember, and it's a silly question, do you ever remember it raining at Hildebrand Stadium when you played for the Wildcats?
Not once. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Not once. And so it's such a disadvantage or advantage for whichever the home team is. We always joked about trading spots with Washington. We would go up to Washington or Oregon, same thing, and there'd be a rain delay. All of us are in our parkas. Washington's having the time of their life.
High pop-up, shallow right. Coming in and making the catch is Piancastelli. One down.
But then on the flip side, when those teams are coming down to Arizona and it's 105, we're thriving. And we're sweating a little bit, you know, dehydration, you have to think. So it's always that kind of banter we would have with, you know, those players from the Northeast. But playing in Arizona, never had one rain game.
Is there a tarp?
There is a tarp.
There is a tarp?
There is a tarp.
It's a waste of money.
You know, it does rain, but it's one of those things in Arizona. If it's raining, that means like there's lightning and it's monsooning. Like it's not just there's not gonna be a drizzle that's coming through Tucson. So if it's raining, let's shut everything down and head home.
Here's Shannon Rhodes, right there in the middle of the pack. 29th out of 60 players on the leaderboard. Last year, she was a bust-out star. She was the Rookie of the Year. She finished 6th out of 60 players in the championship series. She finished 16th in AUX. Both summer seasons last year, she was among the best. Off the end of the bat, and Aubrey Leach makes the play. And that type of year for Shannon Rhodes. She's now 1 for 12. Ball just not falling for her.
And Kat Sandercock, she gets a lot of balls off the bat that are on the end of the bat. Soft contact. That was a great play from Aubrey Leach. Made that drop step look very easy. But when she's throwing her best, she can get pop-ups that are very lazy like that, and also a lot of rollover ground balls with that drop ball.
Nadia Taylor swings at the first pitch and rifles it into left field. Veteran of 8 pro seasons, Nadia Taylor. Knew that first pitch, maybe the best pitch she sees.
Gets the start in the DP spot, the vet against the rookie. Turns on this thing, hit that very well, goes down to get it, expecting and anticipating the drop ball from Sandercock. There's a lot of information that's going to be passed around against these rookie pitchers.
Kelsey Stewart-Hunter. Foul ball, strike one. Her first time up, hit a little dribbler to third. It was officially ruled an error on the third baseman Fisher. Stewart-Hunter came around to score on the single by Mia Davidson. Sevens are wild. Number 77 is currently 7th on the leaderboard.
Man, I gotta stay sharp if I'm calling games with you. I would not have caught that.
I'd rather be 7th than 77.
It's true.
Well, we always keep an eye on that leaderboard. It changes pitch to pitch, inning to inning. Megan Paramo, not in the game currently. She's the captain for Team Paramo. She's just chilling in that dugout. Actually, I take it back. I'm looking at her. She's top stepping it. That'll get down into the gap. On her way to third goes Nadia Taylor, and she'll make it without a throw. That's going to be a double for Kelsey Stewart-Hunter. Plus 20 for Stewart-Hunter.
And a live look, and the leaderboard quickly going to be updated. We talked about Stewart-Hunter sitting in that 7 spot. You get yourself a double. That's a quick 20 points, and she is so good. She knows exactly what she wants to do every single time she steps in the box. She makes hitting look so easy. Okay.
Pretty cool.
5th.
Actually tied for 4th with Odyssey Alexander.
Wow.
And if she comes around to score, that'll be another plus 10 because it'll be an inning win. Team Romero won the first inning, 1-0 over Team Paramo. Now trying to win this one. Here's Bubba Nichols. 3 for 4 so far this weekend. Humpback liner to the shortstop, flipping an inning ago. Nichols just looks locked in right now. That last pitch probably was close, and she had no intention of swinging. Knew exactly that it was going to be slightly outside. Now the biggest mover in yesterday's action, Bubba Nichols, no doubt about. She started the day 39th, jumped all the way up to 11th. 28 spots. Her teammate Taylor McQuillan, plus 26. 3 balls and a strike to Nichols.
She's always been one of my favorite players to cover and watch and study her game. Just there's so many fundamentally sound things about what Bubba Nichols does, not only offensively but defensively. So versatile. And I feel like she's just kind of been that underrated player her entire career.
Popped up into the rain. Piancastelli can't make the play. Oh, and 2 runs will score. Heading on to third is Nichols. She gets in with a slide, and she's going to try and come home. And she will. Oh, a mistake costs Team Paramo 3 runs. That is a 3-run mistake.
And you see the rain on our camera, and it's a factor. It's drizzling still, it continues to come down, and Piancastelli just takes her eye off of it a little bit. Ball off of the heel of her glove. So it turns into a 2-run error, and then, of course, the cardinal rule, when you make 1 error, do not make another. 3 runs.
And now a ball hit into right field, single for Rhodes. That play, originally, it's ruled an error on the catch by Piancastelli, and then an error on the throw by Piancastelli. So it's a double error on the right fielder. So all 3 runs that score are unearned against Sandercock. The run that she gave up in the first inning was unearned as well, because remember, Stuart Hunter got on an error made by the third baseman Fisher. So Sandercock young, I hope she understands how these games are scored. She's still doing well. She's pitched 2 innings and hasn't given up any earned runs yet. An earned run allowed is a -10.
I think that's a great point, because in this league you could get down on yourself very quickly, and it's hard to catch your breath. There's no room to take a break in lineups like this, so hopefully between innings someone can talk to her and let her know that, hey, you're still in this thing, we're still in this thing, and those runs, not your fault.
All this happening with 2 outs. Nadia Taylor single, Stuart Hunter double, and then the double error by Piancastelli on the ball hit by Nichols. Now Sierra Romero on the ground. Leach side is retired, but it's another inning win for Team Romero. They've won the first and the second innings, and to the third we go. 2-0. So far, so good for Team Romero. They lead 4-0 over Team Paramo. Everybody loves to rep Athletes Unlimited, and you can too. Be sure to check out the new AU softball merch for the season, including personalized player tees. Go to shop.auprosports.com to get yours today. With Kenzie Fowler and Savannah Collins, I'm Eric Collins. Rain has slowed down to just a couple of dribbles. Team Paramo with 5 more innings to work, but they're down 4-0, and Alicia Ocasio looks money right now. Teams are 6-0 so far this year when they score 4 runs. Wow. Team Romero already at that 4-run mark. Will the trend continue? This is not going to be an easy inning for Ocasio. You got the Jackrabbits, Leah Andrews and Haley McClenny, and then Aubrey Leach. If anyone gets on, Hannah Flippin, Tori Vidalis. Leah Andrews doing a Leah Andrews things. Leadoff single. First time that the leadoff batter has reached for Team Paramo.
So pretty. We've seen some really elite slapping in this game. Early starts full and then chokes up a little bit, just a little poke. That's just all barrel control. Seeing a pitch up, knowing exactly where you want to go with it, not trying to do too much. Keep your eye on her. A ton of speed at first base.
McClenny bends back, ball 1. Stolen bases are +10, but you run the risk. If you get caught trying to steal the base, it's a -10. Off-speed pitch, Ocasio doing her thing. Gets the out at second. That is a wonderful defensive play by the starting pitcher.
No one does it better than Alicia Ocasio in the circle. I will give a shout out to Danielle O'Toole. I think she's one of the better defensive pitchers coming from the left side, but Alicia Ocasio, we talked about her versatility as a pitcher, has the ability to play outfield. She'll hit, but oof, I don't know if there's anyone better that fields the position like she does.
And the confidence she plays with. There was no doubt in her mind she was going to second and getting the lead out.
It looks like that's what she wanted. Like she pitched for contact, knew she was going to have a better chance at getting the out at Leah Andrews. It's so key to get the speed off of the bases, first of all.
Aubrey Leach takes inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Leach got a enormous tip of the cap that was pivotal in yesterday's win for Team Paramo. Late in the game with a runner on at first base, she was intentionally walked. You would have thought she was Crystal Bustos. That ball is fouled at the plate. So with a runner on at first base and 2 outs, they intentionally walked Aubrey Leach to put the potential tying run at second and put Leach the potential go-ahead run on at first. Now it backfired. But what a real atta-girl for Aubrey Leach and the player she's become. A lot of respect. Did she? Yes, she did. Went too far. 2 down.
Second strikeout of the day for Alicia Ocasio. This goes down and in hard. Such a good spot. There's really nothing that Leach can do with this pitch. If she does get her barrel to it, it's probably going to be a foul ball. That is a drop ball to perfection.
Last hope for Team Paramo is Hannah Flippin. Flippin walked back in the first inning. Well, if you got a league, Hannah wants to play. She's played National Pro Fast Pitch. She's been here with Athletes Unlimited for 4 years. She's played internationally. She plays for Team USA. And she's gotten better every year.
A bunch of these players play internationally. Think about Alicia Ocasio playing with Team Puerto Rico. Davidson has spent some time with the USA team, and then of course Hannah Flippen playing internationally, like you talked about, in Japan, the professional leagues over there.
On the ground, softly. Wouldn't you know it? One former Utah Ute tosses out the other. Double play partner for Hannah Flippen. Anissa Urtez throws her out. It's another scoreless inning thrown by Ocasio.
Everybody wanna go and talk it. At the same time, gotta walk it. Better yet, run, go, hit a lick, divvy up with my homies, and we do it all again.
Sometimes it's crazy because when people ask what I do and what my siblings do, they're like, dang, your family kind of just does it all. Like, and then you and your sister get to do it together.
Just the opportunity to be on the field with her is just that special thing, especially for my family, for them being able to see us in the same spot. It's pretty cool.
Double play! The Romeros combine for the double play. It goes Sierra to Sydney.
It's kind of crazy because, like, the communication, it's just, you don't have to really, I don't have to say much to her. She knows. We can just look at each other and she'll know.
To me, it's normal now, but when I sit back and really think about it, I'm like, this is really unique and this is not normal. And it is really cool, and I'm excited to tell my future kids about it one day.
Team Romero led by Sierra and Sydney Romero. They lead Team Paramo 4-0. Pretty cool that Sierra Romero, being a captain, able to take her sixter in the 6th round, and they're going to spend their weekend together. Do want to pass along a note. All the women in the Romero household had the same middle name, and I think it's so apt. They are all having the middle name of Joy. Sierra Joy Romero, Sydney Joy Romero, her younger sister, Sophia Joy Romero, their mom, middle name is Joy. Just a perfect name for the way that they live their life and play the game of softball.
They've just got to be so excited that they get the ability and have the opportunity to continue to play just individually, of course, but then together and share this professional journey with their family.
Okay, we're going to have a pitching change. Brooke Yanez comes out of the pen. She replaces Kat Sandercock. We told you that every pitcher on Team Paramo this weekend is a rookie. Yanez finished her career at UCLA. This one deep to left. Mia Davidson dials 9. It's a homer. Mia Davidson, her 2nd homer so far this season, and it's another inning win for Team Romero.
Big smiles for good reason. 80 miles an hour off the bat, launch angle 34, and this is a no-doubter, absolute no-doubter. Wind, no wind, doesn't matter. Clearing the bleachers out in left field. Leah Andrews can only just watch out there in left field, and I like this celebration. I'm not sure what's going on here, but it's very creative. I'm into it.
So welcome to the game, Brooke Yanez. That's the first run scored against a Team Paramo pitcher that actually is going to go as an earned run against a Team Paramo pitcher. Kat Sandercock gave up 4 runs, but all of them, because of the errors, were considered to be unearned. So no negative points for her. Look at Sam Fisher! Got that in the tip of her glove. Out number 1.
She's playing in tight against Sid Romero because you have to protect the drag bunt. She has good speed from the right side, so that limits your reaction time. Good reach here, securing it in the glove, and a good throw over in this rain to first base. huge out defensively.
And glove's been good to her. We talked yesterday how Sam Fisher's got LMU on her glove.
Yeah, she does.
Loyola Marymount has been so important for her career and her life, and it's still helping her out. Here's Megan Wiggins. Oh-2 hole for Wiggins. Nothing the lead for Team Romero. In the air, center field, easy play McClenny. 2 down. All right, Savannah Collins is standing by with the most recent hero for Team Romero, Mia Davidson. Savannah, take it away.
Thanks, Eric. Mia, coming into this at-bat, right after a pitching change, what were those adjustments that you knew you had to make seeing a new pitcher?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of talked my plan out loud with Taylor McQuillan before I got up the bat, so I talked it through and just trusting the plan with Brooke, you know. And it worked. I think our team does a really good job of talking each other's plans out and having confidence in, like, if I do get out, the next batter's going to get me because our lineup is ridiculous.
I love that you made that plan with a pitcher. What is it about Taylor that allows her to step into y'all's shoes as hitters and help you out in that way?
I think her perspective of being a pitcher, you know, how the ball spins, like how I should try to hit a ball, like up the middle or something like that. And I just like, all right, she's a pitcher, she knows what she's talking about, so let's do it.
Okay, and real quick, explain the celebration on this team with home run.
So we're Romeo's Juliet's. So we're like, let's knight somebody because we have different things, like the curtsy and everything. So I was like, that's perfect for a home run. You got to knight them.
Love it. Thank you, Mia. Appreciate it.
I like that. Sierra Romero, her team is Romeo's Juliet's.
I love that.
I wonder, and there's probably someone in the ballpark from Joliet, Illinois. Joliet is a community not too far away from here. This is the ceremony we're telling you about.
Yeah, I knew there was something unique going on. I just didn't know what was happening. It's something I've never seen. So now that we've got the clarification from Savannah, they were knighting her, which is amazing.
Have you heard of Joliet, Illinois, by the way?
I have not.
Joliet, Illinois. It's a major town here in Illinois. It's actually right next door to a town called Romeoville. There's Romeoville and Joliet, which are right next to each other, and they're named for Romeo and Juliet.
Of course they are.
A little factoid about Chicago geography. Nadia Taylor, lazy fly to left, plays made by Aaliyah Andrews, and the side is retired. But another inning win for Team Romero, courtesy of Mia Davidson.
Mia Davidson, we talked about the number was 4. You need 4 runs so far in this league to get a win. Well, how about one more just in case? A solo shot from the power hitter, and she is knighted.
Welcome back, everyone. So far, so good for Team Romero. They have won the inning in the first, second, and third. That's already a +10 for everyone. +10 each inning, +30 so far for everyone on Team Romero. We're going to talk this half inning with Bubba Nichols, one of the best high school players, college players, and now AU players over the last decade and a half from Merced, California. Of course, the UCLA Bruin All-American. Represented Team USA over in the Olympics a couple of years ago, and a great game yesterday, Bubba. Hey, Bubba, thanks for talking to us. Yesterday, 3 for 3 with that walk-off 2-run double.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, sorry, I can hear it a little bit.
You're off to a good start so far this year with Athletes Unlimited. What's the difference between this year and last year and you getting more and more experience here with this style of play?
Honestly, it has a lot to do with just the players that are on each team. Like this team has a lot of maturity, I would say. So it helps a lot just to be able to have a lot of experience and different perspectives that have been in the game for a while. So being able to be on the field with them is very helpful for me.
But I was talking about your fundamentals in the last inning, and I've always just really enjoyed every aspect of your game. Oh, you let that one go. But you're so well-rounded, whether that's infield, outfield. I know you can pitch a little bit too, but how would you describe your game?
I would say it's a little bit of just going for it. I don't really, I just kind of, when I'm in the outfield, my goal is just to keep it simple. Don't let the ball hit the ground as much as I can. When I'm in the infield, I'm trying not to let the ball get by me, and then when I'm hitting, I'm just trying to swing at strikes. So I just kind of keep it very simple. I don't get like super technical as a player. So I feel like it helps because I like to play loose and not a lot going through my mind.
Oh, look at that. The ball goes through Ocasio's legs and hits the second base bag. That will never happen again in the history of Athletes Unlimited softball. What are the odds?
Well, Bubba had a hit just like this yesterday, but it didn't hit the base. Right off of second base. That's a high hop over the head of Sierra Romero tracking it down.
Hey, Bubba, how's the field? With all the rain that we've had, what's the condition of the turf in front of you, and how bad is the rain coming down in your eyes?
You know, right now it's actually kind of a light drizzle, but the turf, it gets kind of tricky because turf already gives a lot of momentum on the ball when a ball skids off of the turf. So with moisture, it gives it even a speedier hop. So Wiggins and we were talking about how we have to really adjust to it the best we can, especially with hitters that we're facing. They're going to hit the ball hard. So we have to read it a little bit sooner and just adjust. It's kind of being less aggressive at the ball and letting the ball come to us kind of mentality.
As someone who has watched you play a lot of different positions, I know you played a lot of outfield here in AU. Is there somewhere that has a special place in your heart, any position in particular? Maybe pitching, I don't know.
You know, honestly, I feel like pitching does have a special place in my heart.
Yes, that's the right answer.
I pitched like all throughout high school and even a little bit at UCLA my freshman year before they put me in the outfield full time. So pitching does have a special place in my heart. I will forever I'll feel for a pitcher whenever they're having a good game or a bad game. Obviously I've never pitched at this level, but still, you know, pitching is pitching. You get competitive in that position.
Bubba, let's update us on your life. You're obviously playing, you know, in the summer here in Rosemont as you field a ball. We'll keep talking to you, but what's going on with your life right now?
Well, right now I'm actually playing AU, obviously, and then I'm actually playing in Japan. I play in Japan. This is my second year with Toyota, actually. And then I just got engaged recently, so I'm going to get married soon, so that's a big life update. But yeah, just a lot of softball all year round. It's kind of fun just being able in Japan and then be here.
Oh, that's so great. Great, congratulations.
Thank you.
Can you give the people at home a sense of what it's like playing professionally over in Japan in terms of the quality of competition and what it's like to live over there and experience such a different culture?
Yeah, it's really different. I mean, not just being able, for me personally, I love cooking and I love being able to do my own routine. I love being able to kind of do my own thing. So in Japan, it's definitely a challenge, but I like, softball's a universal language, so I like being able to learn the game and the way that they see the game and all the things in between.
And do you speak any Japanese, or do you have a translator? Bubba, do you have a translator everywhere you go, or how does that work in terms of you communicating with everyone?
Yeah, I do have an interpreter. She is my lifeline. I would not understand anything. I didn't have her. I'm picking up on a little bit of the language, but no,
There are 2 outs now, and Bubba, we're going to not ask you any more questions. We're just going to leave your microphone open and kind of hear how you communicate with everyone in the field, okay?
2. We got 2. Okay.
Such a good stop there from Sydney Romero. Wow.
I see you, Sid.
I think that if that ball gets through, you're going to have a maybe home play at home with
Frankie.
Bubba Nichols making a play. So keeps the ball in the infield. Bases loaded though here for
aggressive swinger.
Team Paramo.
I don't think she's ever faced Lily. I don't know.
So we're going to have a change here. It looks like
Haven't been
Aaliyah
really able
Andrews
to-
has been called back into the
I think
dugout.
I'm off.
This is the 9th spot in the order. Bases loaded and 2 outs, and who's going to come out of that dugout for Team Paramo?
Yeah, they're hitting the ball hard right now.
There's not a ton of options, just 15-player rosters. Wow, looking for a big blow here. It's going to be Frankie Hamoudi pinch hitting. A rookie right-handed hitter gonna bat with 2 outs and the bases loaded. Wow, this is a lot of responsibility for a rookie.
It's a big move. Aaliyah Andrews did have a single in her last at bat, but she's a slap hitter, so you're looking for a completely different type of result and looking to get back into this game maybe with 1 swing.
Swings at the first pitch, and Ocasio perfect as always defensively. So roll of the dice by Megan Paramo as a captain. Doesn't hit that time. Shutout still cooking for Ocasio.
Third, the throw home. Got her! Enough for Hens to be there.
That's right. We are fans too.
Like Mike, if I could be like Mike.
You want to be like the greats? First, believe you are. Greatness requires drip, not like that, like this. The greats aren't afraid to fail. They're fueled by it. Trophies require greatness, but greatness doesn't require trophies. Because greatness isn't about what you've done, it's about what you do next.
Welcome back, everyone. Halfway through this one, it is all Team Romero. They lead 5-0. Bottom of the 4th inning. If they score another run, they'll have won the 4th inning as well. Here's your fantasy pick'em update. This week's leaderboard champion, Team Tank 54. Of all the participants, no participants were able to predict the top 4. Will you be the first to do so? Make your picks today at auprosports.com/fantasy. Top of the order, Kelsey Stewart-Hunter continues to apply pressure. She has her 2nd hit of the day. She's reached safely 3 different times, and she's aboard against Brooke Yanez.
I think we need to be talking about Kelsey Stewart-Hunter a little bit more. She didn't play last year. Took the year off, had her precious baby Trace, and she looks solid.
Locked in.
Locked in. Even more so than she did maybe pre-baby. The way she's swinging the bat, it just looks so effortless. And that's when you know it's a pro, not trying to do too much. She's not going in there saying, okay, I'm going to try and have a home run swing. She's in the leadoff spot for a reason. She's the table setter, wants to get on base via simple singles. And her last at-bat had a nice hit to the left side. This time turns on it to the right side. Just tells you that she's locked in, spraying the field.
The leadoff batter has reached base safely in all 4 innings now for Team Romero. And in the first 3 innings, the leadoff batter that reached came around to score. Will the trend continue? Bubba Nichols, 2 balls and a strike. Nichols was the batter last time up. Runners on at second and third and 2 outs. Hit a seemingly innocuous fly ball to the right. Biancastelli couldn't make the play. It was ruled an error. Biancastelli threw it away, and that allowed Nichols to score. So 3 runs on a double error by Biancastelli. Big difference in this game. Nichols works her way onto the walk. I'm not an expert on Japanese professional softball, but I do know that over the years, pitchers and catchers who are Americans are big-time value. So to go over as a position player like Nichols, that tells you how highly she's regarded internationally. Normally, you only have X amount of dollars to allocate to foreign players, and you choose a pitcher and a catcher. Monica Abbott, Kat Osterman, Jenny Finch, that kind of stuff, catchers. But you get someone like position player, you've opened eyes. That's a sacrifice laid down by Anissa Urtez. Sacrifices are worth 10 points, and it's good fundamental softball as well. Puts 2 runners in scoring position with 1 out.
When there's points that are on the line every inning, I feel like sacrifice bunts are huge in this league. And Anissa Urtez, even though she's the 3-hole hitter, she's one of the best to do it as a power hitter, laying down the sacrifice bunt. She drag bunted a lot in her college career for a base hit, so she gets it down with ease.
The captain, Sierra Romero. She can get something through the infield. She'll give 10 points for everyone in her dugout. Down the left field line and foul. And still just a tremendous effort by Andrews.
Probably felt like a slip and slide out there. Eberly, watch her go full extension. Such a good effort.
On a ball that's 10 feet foul, there aren't too many humans playing left field who can even get close enough to make the dive. Two and 2 to Romero. Well, because Andrews wasn't able to make the play, run doesn't score. If he'd actually made that catch, tagging up from third and coming in would have been Stuart Hunter. So it actually turned out to be a better thing that it was a foul ball and it wasn't caught, because there's now 2 outs. Romero goes back to the dugout, and now the infield can go back to their normal depth.
I was thinking that, but you can never assume that Brooke Yanez is going to strike out the captain in Sierra Romero, and strike her out looking with that backdoor curve. Romero can't believe it. But yeah, I was kind of thinking about that when she had that diving effort, because that's the pre-pitch communication that the team defensively is going to have a plan. And Haley McClenny, her center fielder, they're probably constantly talking about the situation. Do we want to go for a catch, maybe give up a run in this inning, just depending on where they're at in the lineup?
Intentional walk of Mia Davidson hands her 8 points. So Davidson, catching the eye of Brooke Yanez because of the home run an inning ago, draws the intentional walk.
I'm on board with that decision. Absolutely. She absolutely crushed her last at-bat for the home run, and that was off of Brooke Yanez, and now you have the bases loaded with an easier option for an out.
Sydney Romero's hitting some bad luck here early in the game. She was robbed. A nice play by the shortstop, Hannah Flippin, in the first inning. Was robbed in the third inning on a highlight level play by the third baseman, Sam Fisher. Sydney Joy Romero Batting with the bases loaded against Brooke Yanez. Yanez to first. Side is retired. It's the first inning in which Team Romero does not score. So we're going to have a rollover 20-point inning when we come back to play the fifth. Team Romero leads Team Paramo 5-0. We're going to play the fifth inning. This inning is worth 20 points for whichever side wins it. Veteran Sam Fisher wearing a microphone. Let's go into the game with the Air National Guard.
Hello, world. Hello, world. It's Sam and Ellie here. Let's make it 6-0. Okay! Gonna like think about attacking early, and then like if it's not there, lay off of it. Yeah. That works. It's a long run. It's nice over here to go to third base. Ugh. Run if she doesn't get that.
Sam Fisher having a real good fourth season here in Rosemont, currently 8th in the league. And no matter where she is in the leaderboard, she's having fun.
I think this was because I requested her to be mic'd up at all times yesterday, so I'm very excited that we are micing her today. I just feel like she always has not only fun things to say, but she's one of the veterans in this league, so she's got so much wisdom. You could hear her talking about the scouting report to Aubrey Leach and how she was going to attack Alicia Ocasio. Thinks the game so well.
All right, this is going to be another test for Ocasio. She's passed all the tests so far. Top third of the lineup, McClenny, Leach, and Flippin. What have you seen out of Ocasio so far through the first 4 innings?
She's been around the zone, and she has such a variety of pitches. So when she's hitting strikes with multiple pitches, that's when it gets in the hitters' heads. It's one thing if you're just pounding the zone, maybe with a drop and a curve, but she's pounding the zone with a drop, a changeup, just like that pitch as well. Seen her throw a couple of screwballs and rise balls, and they are all dialed in.
Well, Ocasio upset with herself. First 3 pitches here to McClenny have all missed the mark.
I thought that last one maybe could have been called a strike, maybe a little high, but definitely not too inside.
3-1. Ocasio has given Team Paramo a chance. They've had base runners every inning, but they've left 6 on base. Into center field, Wiggins goes back and makes the play. One center fielder flies out to the other. That's the second time that McClenny has flied out to Wiggins on the warning track.
And both times, really good pieces off the bat of Haley McClenny with nothing to show for it.
I haven't seen Megan Wiggins play center field in a couple of seasons now, but she's made good plays. Yesterday, remember, made that catch off her shoe tops in a close game. Gonna get another chance here. Wiggins runs it down in the alley. Oh, she's turning the clock back. It's 2013 all over again for Megan Wiggins.
big smiles there from Wiggins. Had a great catch last weekend against the warning track when she was playing left field. Just textbook drop step, going to cover some ground in the gap, running it down. Really feels pretty good to have that. You know, you're the captain when you're in center field. So you're the lead outfielder, back at her roots.
Well, the defense has been a difference in today's game. Team Romero, they have not made an error. Team Paramo, they have made 3 errors. It's led to 4 unearned runs. I guess if Team Paramo had been airtight, the score would probably be 1-0 right now. Of the 5 runs scored for Team Romero, 4 of them were unearned. So the starting pitcher, Kat Sandercock, who gave up 4 runs, shouldn't take any negative hits because all of the errors that were made behind her. To center field, does Wiggins have enough room? She does! Now she ties a record. How about Megan Wiggins? She makes all 3 outs here in our 5th inning. Ocasio only needs 9 pitches and a lot of Megan Wiggins. We just had our first 1-2-3 inning for either side. Team Paramo, they tried to hit fly balls to center field. Didn't work. Megan Wiggins made all 3 outs, and we made it to the bottom of the 5th. Team Romero leads 5-0. Athletes Unlimited and Topps have unveiled the first set of player trading cards that feature all 4 Athletes Unlimited sports combined in one set. The 200-card set features 185 athletes from the 2022 season and is available at Target, Barnes & Noble, hobby shops, and through Topps.com and Fanatics.com. They're everywhere, so get yours today. Well, it's almost a rule, Kenzie Fowler, that if someone is going to make all 3 outs defensively, they have to lead off the next half inning.
I like it.
Yeah. So Megan Wiggins just made catches on 3 balls hit to her in center field. Now she will bat, and I'm going to bet dimes to donuts that she is going to hit the ball to center field.
No way.
It just seemed like there's some magnetism right now.
If that happens,
what?
Follow that up with something else.
Okay.
I'm feeling lucky. That I'll just put it that way.
If that happens, you got to wear an Arizona State T-shirt, right?
Oh, I don't know about that. Maybe only for like Sasha Palacios, but.
The former Arizona All-American, Kenzie Fowler, hanging out with me. Savannah Collins here as well. Megan Wiggins takes called strike 1 from Brooke Yanez.
Well, you know, it was funny. You were talking about the Topps cards, and I was looking at the package that I received, and 2 of the 4 are Arizona Wildcats.
Oh, my goodness.
We have Taylor McQuillan, of course, and then Kalei Mao, the volleyball player from Arizona. I thought that was pretty lucky.
Brooke Yanez, well-traveled. Ventura, California. She played at 3 different colleges. Started at UC Davis, a couple of years there. Big West Pitcher of the Year as a sophomore. Then on to Oregon, played in the rain for a couple of years. And then finished up her college experience, teammate of Megan Paramo at UCLA. And she was so impressed by Lisa Fernandez as an assistant coach, one of the all-time greats, that Brooke Yanez is wearing number 16 right now. That was Fernandez's number as one of the all-time greats at every level she ever played at, collegiately, professionally, and internationally.
Is it too soon to talk about how many conferences that would be now? But you know what's funny is because UCLA and Oregon, that's now 2 Big Ten future teams.
My goodness. Hey, Megan Wiggins gets herself a base hit, so a leadoff single for Wiggins. That is now 5 consecutive innings in which the leadoff batter has reached safely. All right, we're going to have a chair chat right now. We're going to talk to, I heard her called Mama Stu yesterday, Kelsey Stewart-Hunter, who has been phenomenal so far this weekend. Kelsey, how you doing?
I can't hear him.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Kelsey, can you hear us yet? All right, we're going to work on
I hear him
that.
in the background, but not like in my earphones.
We're going to work on that. We'll talk to Kelsey in just a moment. We've had rain throughout the course of our afternoon. Maybe that's an issue.
Yeah.
Here's Shannon Rhodes, 8th in the order. Last time up, she was hit with a pitch. Wouldn't be surprised if Wiggins tries to steal a base. It's an important inning. 20 points are on the line. Team Romero has already won the first, the second, and the third. It's a plus 10 for each of those 3 innings, so a plus 30 in inning wins. Right now they lead 5-0. If you win the game, that's a plus 50 for everyone on your team. But you'd like to get greedy. Get points wherever you can find them. Good pitch by Yanez, 3-1.
Brooke Yanez working that lefty curveball to a right-handed hitter. Seen it both sides of the plate, backdoor curve, and then curve. It's just a regular curve, but it's running in on the hands of Shannon Rhodes. I always think the left-handed pitchers that can execute the curve tight into right-handed hitters can be unhittable. That is such a hard angle for right-handed hitters to deal with. When it's coming in, you think it's down the middle, you start your swing, by the time your barrel hits home plate, you are jammed.
When we heard Savannah talk to Mia Davidson, she said that she was talking hitting with one of her pitchers, Taylor McQuillan. That kind of struck me as odd.
Yeah.
As a pitcher yourself, All-American, did you ever talk with hitters and say, hey, this might work?
Oh yeah, absolutely. You're talking sequencing because they think different than we do. I say we because majority of my career I spent in the circle. Did hit a lot in my career, but last couple of years at Arizona, I was just locking it down as a PO, and so you do think completely different, and it's always fun to talk about sequencing and what they're looking for and what a pitcher is maybe looking for because it's different. So I think that's great, and yeah, I would do that all the time.
Maybe I've been out of the loop a little bit, but I've never heard that before. PO, pitcher only?
Pitcher only, PO. I was not a PO my freshman year, hit a little my sophomore year, and then get older, and you know, it was also the generation of we just didn't have as many pitchers in the bullpen.
Nadia Taylor's had a nice day. We're going to call it a meatloaf special. She's 2 out of 3, and that ain't bad. Nadia Taylor puts runners on at first and at second with 1 out, and now the top of the order.
I feel like the veterans right now are really showing out. Megan Wiggins, Nadia Taylor, Sam Fisher. Those are 3 players that have been in the professional leagues for a decade plus, and they are looking peak.
That was fun.
Whether it's defensively or offensively.
I just saw the rookie, Megan Paramo, come out of the dugout to make the pitching change. That was fun. One of the youngest players in our league is a captain. She gets a chance to make pitching changes, and she physically made the pitching change. Took the ball and is going to hand it to Micah Sutherland. We'll tell you about the new pitcher when we come back in a moment. Welcome back. Developing situation here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Runners on at first and at second with 1 out, and a new pitcher comes on, another one of the rookies for Team Paramo. It's going to be Micah Sutherland.
Big West Conference Pitcher of the Year at Cal State Fullerton. Had a dominant career there.
First batter she faces, Kelsey Stewart Hunter, called strike 1. Stewart Hunter, 2 for 3 today. Is there anyone more relaxed in the batter's box than Stewart Hunter as she awaits the pitch?
Maybe Bubba Nichols. I feel like Bubba's kind of not a lot of movement, just relaxes the hands on the shoulders and then gets ready when she needs to.
Two-time national champion at Florida, Kelsey Stewart Hunter, batting against Micah Sutherland. Sutherland comes highly recommended. Pitching coach at Cal State Fullerton, Danielle O'Toole. Softly, Leach makes the play. 2 down.
Has the ability to throw in the mid-60s, but to me, what stands out is her changeup. She has one of the best off speeds in the game. Works it low in the zone, will also go up, high, tight with the rise, so you off-sped that high and in with the slow and low. Right there, that's the change. She'll throw a couple of batter, and you talked about it, her pitching coach at Cal State Fullerton, Danielle O'Toole, also had one of the best changeups in the game. So I think there's a little bit that goes into that with the legend and teaching her tricks onto the next generation, and then you watch her compete through AU and her debut, another rookie on this Team Paramo team.
Bubba Nichols. Bubba doesn't have a hit so far today, but she's been involved in the mix. She was the batter on that double error by the right fielder Piancastelli that netted 3 runs in the 2nd inning. High drive down the left field line. This one's got a chance. It's gone! A 3-run homer! Bubba Nichols has done it again. Oh my! Another inning win for Team Romero.
Another chance we get to see a knight at home plate. He's getting knighted. Bubba Nichols just absolutely smashes this ball. Launch angle 43, 44. So she's going sky high, straight up. Exit velocity 80 miles an hour, crushed.
Bubba Nichols is having a weekend. She is skyrocketing up the leaderboard. She began yesterday's action 39th. She began today's action 11th. And we're going to run the numbers. She's got to be, I don't know, close to top 7 right now, maybe top 5. And you know she's going to get MVP points with a 3-run home run, and also being involved in that play that resulted in 3 runs back in the 3rd inning.
MVP 1 yesterday. So you get that on top of the wins and the inning points, and there it is.
Currently 8th in the league. When they add in the inning win, which is going to be a +20 for winning this rollover 4th and 5th, that's a +20. I'm told she's going to jump all the way into the 6th spot. One of the many cool things about Athletes Unlimited softball is it changes all the time. Leaderboard up and down. Now, what are the things about softball? Do you believe in momentum? Team Paramo had so much momentum with that come from behind win yesterday. Just a fantastically played game. Yet 12 hours later we play another game and they find themselves down 8-0 in the 5th inning.
Yeah, both these teams, we talked about this in the open, this is like the winner's bracket game because these were the 2 undefeated teams yesterday, but Team Paramo, they were here late, so they had the 2nd game Goes a little bit later, quicker turnaround than Team Romero.
All right, Bubba Nichols is standing by with Savannah.
Thanks, Eric. Bubba, we were just talking a little bit about your strategy in that at-bat. And I know something we talked about yesterday in a post-game interview was how you really erase every at-bat. You don't carry them into the next one. Can you talk me through a little bit about how that helps you and really leads to you having big moments?
Yeah, I really feel like it all comes down to the way that I feel. I feel like when I'm a little tense, I can feel it, you know, but sometimes it's hard to know what your thoughts, where they're gonna go. So I really have to overemphasize like being loose. So I was telling all of my teammates, like, I'm gonna go in with like the loosest feeling that I've ever had. And I just stuck to a plan. I told them what I wanted, and that was my goal.
This dugout has been loud. If there's one thing they can make you do, it's laugh while you're on the on-deck circle. Tell me how this team has really gelled together and it plays into moments like that.
No, I love this team. There's a lot of maturity. There's a lot of very experienced players on this team, and so it helps all of us. We all just feed off of each other and honestly hold each other accountable. And it's really cool to see. So,
thanks, Bubba. Appreciate it. Eric, back to you.
Savannah, thank you. Great job. That's going to be a 2-out double for Sierra Romero, plus 20 for her on the double. Runners on at second and third now with 2 outs. And I can't imagine they're going to pitch to Mia Davidson. Has she already been walked? Mia Davidson, her last time up, drew an intentional walk. And this may be another intentional walk. You got first base open.
I would do it. I would have no shame in doing it.
And I got to pitch
like,
short.
yeah, of course I'm going to walk you. Just put you on. Load the bases, easier out.
Davidson so far today, RBI single in the first inning. Towering home run in the third. An intentional walk in the fourth. Currently third out of 60 players on the leaderboard. Davidson in that short conversation as to the greatest player to ever come out of the state of North Carolina. 2-time state player of the year. Orange High School, Hillsborough, North Carolina, just outside of Durham. Hard against the Eno River. Just a legend in those parts. Got 2 players in this year's field from North Carolina. Carrie Eberly is a Charlottean. Off-speed pitch, nubbed foul.
I would throw another changeup if I was Micah Sutherland right there. Just go a little bit lower. Mia Davidson has so much power. Her bat speed is through the roof. Last thing you want to do is give her a little bit of velocity.
Nubber, that's trouble. Fisher, scoop to home, the only play she had, and she makes it. How smart is Sam Fisher? Urtez out at home plate, and that'll end the inning. Unless Sierra Romero wants to challenge it. I don't think there's much to challenge. What a wonderful play by Sam Fisher.
I was just talking about the veterans, and this is a veteran play. A rookie may not have the peace of mind to make the play right in front of her. She does. Jordan Roberts holds on.
Welcome back, everyone. Top of the 6th inning. That was a captain's challenge. Sierra Romero getting greedy, saying maybe Ortez went underneath the tag, but the challenge was denied. They're going to say that the play was made appropriately by the catcher, Jordan Roberts, and the side is retired. So through 5 complete innings, the lead is 8-0 for Team Romero. They have won every inning so far today. Already a plus 50 for everyone in the dugout for Team Romero, just in inning wins alone. So Team Romero back out on defense with a nice working margin, up 8 runs, and a new pitcher going to come in. This is a pretty nice weapon to have. Carrie Eberly. They've played 12 innings so far this weekend, and Eberly, one of the best pitchers in the world today, hasn't pitched any of those innings. She'll come on and try and finish off the game.
I like this move by Sierra Romero. 4 pitchers on the staff, and we saw Odyssey Alexander and Taylor McQuillan yesterday. And then, of course, Ocasio got the start, pitched very well. So she leaves the game feeling confident. That's always so key in this game, is your confidence level. And so you utilize your full bullpen. You have a lead, have the ability to make this change, and you do it.
So with Ocasio out, she pitched 5 shutout innings. For every out that you get as a pitcher, it's a +4. So 5 innings, that's 15 outs times 4. Ocasio, a +60 today for her pitching alone. And plus the inning wins, that's a +50. Alicia Ocasio is going to move up the leaderboard. She's a +110 today.
Also thinking maybe some MVP points in there.
Sure. TV Tori Vidalis, little flipper to right field. Second base hit today for Vidalis. She's now 2 for 3. Eberly doesn't mind traffic on the base paths. Over the years, we have seen she has consistently been the best pitcher in this league at getting double plays turned behind her. Strike 1 to Piancastelli. That one slipped. So to the backstop it goes. Vidalis over to second.
I'm just going to shout out Tori's hair. I feel like her braids, she's got the hair game on lock. I don't know who did that, if she does that herself, but it's great. Yeah, look at those. A little purple for the Team Purple.
Piancastelli, gapper, that's going to get down and go to the wall. Vidalis is going to waltz home. It's a double for Piancastelli, the first run of the game for Team Paramo.
Vidalis so excited she was able to score. Power hitter after power hitter here in Team Paramo. That's such a sweet swing there from Piancastelli. And you could just hear it off the bat, right? It just sounded a little bit different. Saw it deep, wasn't too anxious. Hit it off her backside. So pretty. 81.
So Piancastelli's now 2 for 3.
Exit velo, that smoked.
You got to keep playing all 7 innings. You're down 7 runs, but more importantly, you get an inning win on the line here for the 6th, an inning win possibly on the line for the 7th inning. All these points are important. Roberts slowly to third. Sydney Romero, 1 down. Piancastelli moves over to third. Now experience the action of AU softball in person here in Rosemont. Join us for tomorrow's Pride Impact Week games at 1 and 3:30 Central. Be one of the first 250 fans in the ballpark to secure an Athletes Unlimited bucket hat giveaway. Get your tickets now at auprosports.com/tickets.
What? Bucket hat? I gotta get one.
You're a big bucket hat fan, huh?
Love bucket hats. Living in Arizona, you gotta have, you gotta have the shade coverage. So bucket hats, and they're in style now? Yes.
Here's Filler, 1 for 2. Right back to Eberly. Team Paramo Scoring a run, back-to-back hits, Vidalis and Biancastelli to begin our inning. Vidalis a bloop single, Biancastelli a ringing double. Fisher takes outside. Interesting to see where Fisher finishes her day. Began the action, top 10 on the leaderboard at 6th. Three and 0. Kenzie, would you ever be worried that someone like Sam Fisher would swing 3-0?
Oh yeah, you have to have respect for all these hitters, especially 3-0. They can unload any count.
Now she takes a 4-pitch walk. Let's check in with Savannah.
Thanks, Eric. I've shared a little bit about Sierra Romero and building this team, and the piece I haven't talked about yet is Carrie Eberly. She mentioned how when she was drafting her team, she wasn't going to base things on how players performed in week 1 or even how they performed at AUX. And Carrie Eberly was one that she mentioned specifically that this week they wanted to come together and hype her up, but in a way that Carrie Eberly responds to. And it kind of attributes to how Sierra Romero has built this team. You know, they're going to be super honest with each other. They're going to lift one another up, and that was something that she wanted to see happen. And we're kind of seeing that play out here, bringing Carrie Eberly in to close out this game. You can see them talking right now. She's getting her to giggle, and I think that's exactly what Romero wanted to see out of Eberly was, hey, we believe in you. Go in there and throw your stuff the way that we know you can, and we're going to have your back.
I think maybe that was an inside North Carolina joke. Both Carrie Eberly and her battery mate Mia Davidson, the only 2 North Carolinians in the field of 60 this year. Eberly from Charlotte, Mia Davidson from the Durham area. Talking to Carrie yesterday, she said that she was beaten out for State Player of the Year by Mia Davidson. Told you that Davidson, just a legend. Cross between Debbie Doom and Paul Bunyan. As a high school player, just a legend.
It's quite the combination.
First and third, Leah Andrews, the batter. Called strike, thing of beauty, 2-2. Oh, here comes the runner, the throw, she's out! Biancastelli tried to steal a run, and Eberly saw it coming. A delayed steal attempt for Biancastelli, and Eberly up to the task.
This was a close play. Erica Biancastelli, keep an eye on her at third base. She's trying to make something happen. Mia Davidson, slow throw, and then Eberly, that's a good throw home from the pitcher. Good piece of mind there. Nice job.
I didn't have the representation when I was young. I looked up to baseball players like Jeter. I want to be just like Jeter. I think it's so wonderful that there's women in sport now, and they can aspire to be just like us.
What a play, Sis Bates!
Give little girls a hope and a dream that, hey, maybe that can be me.
Oh my goodness!
Called strike 3.
Everybody wanna go and talk it. At the same time, gotta walk it. Better yet, run, go, hit a lick, divvy up with my homies, and we do it all again. Whenever we get it, there's no hesitation.
Athletes Unlimited Softball on ESPN is sponsored by Tops and by Aspiration, a global leader in financing climate impact. Well, Team Paramo scored a run in the top of the 6th inning, courtesy of the double by Erica Biancastelli. Biancastelli was on at third with 2 outs. She tried to steal home.
Yeah, I like the idea, but not with 2 outs. There's something that doesn't sit right with me with making the out at home. You're having the biggest rally that you've had the entire game. I like the aggression though, so maybe wish that opportunity could have been there a couple of outs ago, but I just don't know if I make that call with 2 outs.
Well, it actually hurts Biancastelli in the wallet. You get caught stealing, it's a -10. Now, she did get a double that inning, so it's a +20 for that. But she also loses points on a caught stealing. So for the first time, Team Romero in danger of losing an inning. They won the first 5 innings, +50 because of all of the inning wins. But now they need to score at least 1 run to keep the points alive and roll them over to the 7th, or get more than 1 run to win the inning. Sydney Romero. Sydney Romero, Megan Wiggins, Shannon Rhodes to bat against Micah Sutherland. Woof, that was a funky swing. Almost an inside slicing of the ball back to the net. Could do that again if she wanted to.
Just trying to defend that changeup from Sutherland. You know you're going to get a couple every time you're in the box. Just when are they coming?
Ball and 2 strikes. Sutherland coming on in relief of Brooke Yanez. Yanez pitched the middle part of her game in relief of Kat Sandercock. Sandercock pitched the first 2 innings, gave up 4 runs, but none of them were earned. Three innings so far in the ball game for Team Paramo. Still have 1 more game coming your way this afternoon. Team Zirkle, Team Garcia. Both those teams a little bit disappointed with what we saw in yesterday's openers. Team Zirkle lost to Team Romero 2-1. Team Garcia lost to Team Paramo 4-1.
A little different here, our first game of this doubleheader. Although the runs that we saw scored yesterday were scored early, and then the pitchers really shut it down for the rest of the game.
Sydney Romero wears number 2. That's the amount of national championships that she won at Oklahoma.
It's a good battle here. Seen almost every pitch from Micah Sutherland, rise, curve, changeup. I've been kind of waiting for the changeup on the inside part of the plate. I'd like to see it down around the shoestrings, now full count.
Missed. So down in the count 0-2, Sydney Romero works the walk for a +8. Leadoff batter aboard.
Let's take a look at the 2 dingers that we had earlier in this game from Team Romero. Mia Davidson with the solo shot. First pitch swinging, and then Bubba Nichols, the big bomb. 3-run home run. They are Romeo's Juliets for Team Sydney Romero, and they decided that they're going to knight each other as they cross home plate, which I think is beyond epic.
Could be double play! No! Getting back to the bag, Romero. Wow. So Wiggins is out. But Dallas went for the tag. I thought she could have got to the bag. If she got to the bag first, it would have been a double play.
This was close. Sydney Romero at first base.
I was wrong. She went for the bag.
Oh. Watch this. I would challenge that. Why not?
Yeah, it's too late now, though. Too late now. This is an important win. This inning for Team Paramo. They haven't won an inning so far today, so any points they get are huge.
And they haven't used their challenges yet. Still have 2.
And to take it one step further, the dugout for Team Paramo is on the first base side, so they were the closest people in the ballpark. Yeah, did Vidalis get to the bag first?
Yeah, she did.
2 balls and a strike to Shannon Rhodes. Here's the captain, Megan Paramo.
It's the luxury of the video replay, but when you have a close play like that and it's late in the game, you haven't used your challenges.
Down the right field line, this is trouble. It's gone. It's a homer. Shannon Rhodes wins the inning for Team Romero. Her first homer of the season, a 2-run shot. So for Shannon Rhodes personally, that's a 70-point swing of the bat.
Well, we need to update our home run package. We've got another one. Mia Davidson, Bubba Nichols, now Shannon Rhodes. This one may be the most impressive. I always love to see a right-handed hitter go opposite field. So impressive, hands in the air. Love it for Shannon Rhodes.
Misspoke, a 50-point swing of the bat, 40 for the homer, and the inning win for everyone on Team Romero. So 50 points going to Shannon Rhodes. And now, that hurts even more that Team Paramo didn't challenge it, because it would have just been a solo home run and we could potentially have a rollover 20-point 7th inning. But now the inning is over in terms of winning it. We know that it's going to be an inning win for Team Romero. Nadia Taylor. Nadia, not the only Taylor playing professional sports here in the Midwest, just up the road in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Her younger brother, Patrick Taylor, is a running back for the Packers. Kenzie Fowler, can you imagine a family that actually has 2 players playing high-level sports?
I don't know. I'd have to look at this roster. Oh, wait, there's a couple on the same team in front of us.
Sydney and Sierra Romero playing this weekend together, and it's been a boondoggle. Won a game yesterday and have won every inning today. Ball and 2 strikes to Taylor. Starlin gets the strikeout, 2 down. Well, the hero for Team Romero this inning is the second-year pro, Shannon Rhodes. She's standing by with Savannah.
Thanks, Eric. Shannon, I know that hit was a long time coming. How do you stay refreshed, step into the box with the right mindset? Tell me what you were thinking going into that one.
I want to give my teammates most of the success on that, because they've been breathing life into me all week. I've had a lot of hardship in the box, but I think keeping my eyes open and just being patient and keeping my thoughts to myself, I think has been most helpful for me.
Is that something where you feel like you're going to be able to come off of that and go, okay, I've got it out of the way. It's in the books. Now I can step in with that same mindset as you go forward throughout the weekend and the rest of the season?
Totally. I think it's really important to recognize that, like, I'm a type of hitter that all it takes is one to crack it open for me. So I'm grateful that I was able to hit that, get myself going. It didn't even have to be a home run, but just a hit in general is definitely going to help me in the long run.
Well, the Shannon Rhodes can of worms is open. Thanks, Shannon. Back to you guys.
Shannon Rhodes had 8 homers. She hit close to 400 in her rookie season last year. She was one of the best bats in this league as a true rookie. Having a hard time duplicating that so far. She had been coming into this game just 1 for 11 with her 2 outs earlier today, 1 for 13, but that home run has got a smile back on her face.
I feel like she was a player that was circled going into this season just because of the debut she had in her rookie year. You're going to get pitched to differently. You know, there's a real thing with the sophomore slump. We talk a lot about it in college, and it's the same thing in the pro levels. So when, you know, the rookies come along, and it's like Megan Paramo last night, all these veterans are trying to figure out, okay, how are we going to be successful? Well, it's the same thing offensively. The pitchers figure out maybe there's a little bit of a hole here. You have to throw an off speed there or spot your rise in a certain spot. And so a lot of data and scouting goes into it. And you can feel that sometimes as the second year, the sophomore, whatever it may be, you feel that, put some pressure on yourself, trying to duplicate what you did a season ago.
3 balls, 2 strikes. Kelsey Stewart-Hunter on the ground. Leach. Oh, the one-hopper gets past Vidalis. That'll be an error, allowing Stewart-Hunter to go to second base. I don't know if the ball slipped. That was not the throw that Leach wanted.
We've seen a lot of errant throws in this game, and it's just due to it's wet out here. It's been drizzling all throughout this game. Always the best play when it is raining is to throw a one-hop, and the one-hop was just a little bit too, I think, short to Vidalis. I feel like maybe she could have still picked that. Wasn't thrown too hard.
Well, because the error happened with 2 outs, that means the inning should have been over. And no matter what happens, if Stewart-Hunter comes around to score, it will not be an earned run against Sutherland. And Sutherland's going to come out and back into our game after cooling her heels for over an hour. Kat Sandercock. She was the starting pitcher in today's game, went the first 2 innings, and now she'll come on and try and get the final out here in the 6th. So, of course, re-entry allows this to happen. But I always find this amazing that you could pitch and be full throttle and then just be a bystander for an hour and a half.
I know.
And then be asked to come back in and be locked in.
I always have to check announcers sometimes as pitchers are pulled early in the game. They'll say her day is done. I'm like, hold on there. You never know. 6th, 7th inning, we could see her again. And so 4 pitchers on the staff for Team Paramo. We talked about all rookies. We saw Megan Paramo with the complete game 1-run performance with 9 strikeouts yesterday, going up against her old teammate Rachel Garcia, who's still waiting for this game to be completed. And so we're going to kind of continue with the rookies for Team Paramo.
Rachel Garcia. All she's doing so far this year, hitting .400 with a couple of homers. 286 ERA. She's pitched 14 innings, which is a lot of innings in just 4 games. She's pitched half of the innings her team has played so far through the first 2 weekends. And now Bubba Nichols will bat. Bubba to left field. Andrews makes the play. Side is retired, but it's another inning win for Team Romero. It's a home run by Shannon Rhodes.
Well, Shannon Rhodes told Savannah, I was just looking for a base hit or just a good solid hit, but she will take a home run. Some opposite field power, hands in the air like you just don't care.
using our voices, open the voices. We stand for our cause, not fighting for straws. We changing the laws. We give it our all. It's a bigger picture and we paint the walls. We are unlimited. Look at this game, we changing it all. Unify on the front line, at one time, that's one grind. No divide when we ride. Use one voice, then we shine. Stand up now, unannounced. Hold on, hear me out. Say it loud, cause every moment really counts. Every moment counts, every moment counts.
And this game has been dominated by Team Romero from beginning until now, the 7th inning. They have won every single inning we played already, plus 60. And that's going to be reflected here in our in-game leaderboard. Alicia Ocasio, the starting pitcher, she threw 5 shutout innings to begin the game. She currently has the most points of anyone in the game, but nip it at her heels, Mia Davidson. Another home run for Davidson, and she is 2 behind our leader today. 1 pitch, 1 out. Aaliyah Andrews is retired by Carrie Eberly. Remember, at the end of every game, we have 3 different MVPs that are voted for. The MVP 1 is awarded 60 points. That is huge. That's the most you can get for anything in this league. MVP 2 is 40 points. MVP 3 is 20 points.
Who do you choose?
To me, 5 shutout innings carries the day. Yeah.
Okay, and then maybe Nichols with the 3-run blast. I mean, our opinion doesn't count. We're just up here.
Yeah.
Talking about who we think will be voted.
I don't know, Davidson too, because she kind of plated the first run, set the tone. Yep. Had a homer later. Geez, I don't know. That's a great call.
I think I would go Ocasio, Nichols, Davidson.
Okay, I'm only leaning not towards Nichols because she is, was it 1, 2? She's 1 for 4 on the day. But she did hit that ball to fly to right field that was misplayed by Biancastelli, which was pivotal.
Cause some chaos.
Yep.
We'll see who's right.
Can't go wrong with either.
No.
Haley McClenny. I don't know how many times in my life I've said Haley McClenny is 0 for 3. If Team Paramo does not score here in this top of the 7th inning, the game will be over. We will not have to play the bottom of the 7th inning. Because every moment counts. If Team Paramo scores a run, they potentially could win the inning. And even though we're down, it's a 10-1 game, we would still need to decide who won the 7th inning, who scored more than the other. Now, if they don't score any, it's an inning win for Team Romero, and the game would be over.
Well, we were talking about how pivotal that could have been double play was with Tori Vidalis on Team Paramo. They did not choose to challenge the play. I think they could have had a double play if there was a challenge, and then, of course, the next batter, boom. Home run from Shannon Rhodes.
Every moment counts. Yeah, weather may have been a factor today in the 4 errors made by Team Paramo.
Early on, yes. It was still coming down. Still, I feel like it started to kind of let up after the 4th inning, but the first couple innings, it was definitely a factor. Hitting, pitching, throwing, fielding, all of it.
Outside, so McClenny doesn't give away anything. Works their way on with the walk. That's a +8 for McClenny. It would be in her best interest to run. Get as many points as you can. Successful stolen bases +10. They need to score a run to keep this inning alive. McClenny's been in this league for 4 years. She knows how the game is played. Ball 1 to Aubrey Leach. Couldn't pull the trigger. 1-1.
Off-speed curveball from Carrie Eberly. Counters that with drop ball and a regular curveball. Spins the ball so well.
Into center field. Wiggins can't make the play. McClenny's going to scoot to third. Leach to second. And she's safe. They're going to rule that a double for Leach, plus 20. Anissa Ortez is looking around. She thought that maybe the tag was good enough to get Leach at second.
Aubrey Leach smokes this up the middle. Diving effort from Megan Wiggins. We've seen her make some great catches today. And let's watch Aubrey Leach. She's checking it out. Haley McClenny's in front of her. She sees her take off to third, which opens up second base. Anissa Ortez laying down the tag. She thought she had a good tag. It was close, but I think she's in.
So a plus 20 on the double for Leach. Try to salvage her day. And you get runners at second and third for Hannah Flippin. This is so strange. It's a 10-1 game and the infield's in. You got to play to win the inning. So the infield in any other form of softball would be playing back, just trying to get the out at first and finish this game off, but you try and win the inning. So you play differently. Oh, and 2 quickly to Flippin. Eberly can get out of situations like this. An extreme ground ball thrower.
Oof. The ball off, but that's a great pitcher's pitch, and that's a tough pitch to take with 2 strikes. That's a veteran knowing the zone. Hannah Flippin, not budging. Curveball on the outside part of the plate.
We'll do it again. Andrews bounced to second to begin the inning. The walk to McClenny. The double by Leach. I just saw Aubrey Leach at second peer in to try and see what the sign was. We talked yesterday about how the signs are universal for every player and every team. And there's just almost an agreement not to pass along signs. I was just curious why Leach would even want to know what the sign was. That is a fair ball. Romero across the diamond, 2 outs. Big out for Team Romero.
Huge out. Carrie Eberly started this at bat 0-2 ahead, did a great job, but just had a couple of pitches where she couldn't put away. Hannah Flippin finally gets her to ground ball, roll it over to Sydney Romero, who makes a great play at third base.
So the last hope to win an inning, Tori Vidalis. Tori Vidalis, 2 for 3. She's hit the ball hard. Singles in the 4th and in the 6th. She scored the only run for Team Paramo an inning ago. Just for perspective, this could be an at-bat worth 50 points for Tori Vidalis. She's just a home run. That's a plus 40 for her, and if they win the inning, you got to try and be greedy with Athletes Unlimited.
Protecting that run. 60 feet away. The infield for Team Romero very deep now with 2 outs.
Ortez is on the outfield grass.
She is.
Very careful with Tori Vidalis. She works the walk, plus 8 for Tori. And now the final hope, the end of the line for Team Paramo is Erica Biancastelli.
Who smoked a ball in her last at bat. Just absolutely could not have hit a ball any harder to the gap to the right side.
And that was against Eberly. Called strike one. If Bianca Stelly can get on base, we will play the bottom of the 7th. It's about as plain as it gets. One and two. So Eberly gets ahead without Bianca Stelly taking the bat off the shoulder. We play on.
Oof. There's a lot of tension in this at bat. I'm just kind of taking it all in. This is a great pitch to take. I think that could have been strike 3. I'm gonna be honest. Maybe a little low, but it wasn't too far enough outside.
That is gonna keep the game alive. A 2-run single for Bianca Stelly. What an up and down day for Erica Bianca Stelly, currently on and up. Her 3rd consecutive hit since making an error early in the ball game, and that means we're going to play the bottom of the 7th inning.
Carrie Eberly going from low and out to high and in, and Bianca Stelly was sitting on it. Gets jammed a little bit. Oh, if Sydney Romero had been playing where Anissa Ortez was playing at shortstop, that's an easy catch for her.
And so for Carrie Eberly, she gives up 2 earned runs. That's a -20. If Team Romero doesn't come back and score at least 2 runs in the bottom of the 7th inning, they'll lose the inning. So because she didn't get the strikeout, Carrie Eberly, and because the game continued and Bianca Stelly got the 2-run single, this could be a swing of 30 points negatively for Eberly. Every moment counts.
Captain having a chat with a pitcher in the circle right now, Sierra Romero, talking to Carrie Eberly, who's now a pitching coach herself. Who's recently announced the pitching coach at Oklahoma State, her alma mater.
Jordan Roberts. Softly. Backhanded, caught by Sierra Romero. But 2 runs do score. We know for a fact that Team Romero is going to win the game. It's going to be a +50 for everyone on the team, but we need to figure out who's going to win the 7th inning. We'll find out in a moment.
Rounds third, the throw home. Got her! Enough for Hens to be there.
That's right. We are fans too.
Like Mike, if I could be like Mike.
You want to be like the greats? First, believe you are. Greatness requires drip, not like that, like this. The greats aren't afraid to fail. They're fueled by it. Trophies require greatness, but greatness doesn't require trophies. Because greatness isn't about what you've done, it's about what you do next.
So the bottom of the 7th, we'll play it. Chance for Team Paramo to salvage their day and at least win the 7th inning, be +10 there. Still have another game coming. It will be Team Garcia against Team Zirkle. Both sides are here inside the stadium, getting ready to give it a go. Both with a chip on their shoulder. Team Zirkle and Team Garcia, both losers yesterday. Kate Sandercock will pitch the bottom of the 7th inning. If you're saying to yourself, geez, it's a 10-3 lead for Team Romero. Why are we playing the bottom of the 7th inning? We know for a fact that they're going to win the game. win the game, everyone on your team gets 50 points. But we need to determine who's going to win the 7th inning, because the 7th inning is worth 10 points for players in both dugouts.
Team Paramo needs this inning. They need these 10 points to feel good about themselves. Got a couple of runs across. Taking a look at where we are at here in the leaderboard. Captain Sierra Romero still holding it down, and then of course the rookie captain Megan Paramo. Even though we haven't seen her in the circle in the game today, she's still holding down that number 2 spot because of her performance and getting the win yesterday over Team Garcia.
Ortez, Fisher, 1 down. Team Romero just needs to tie this inning. They don't need to score 3 runs. If they score just 2, that will be considered to be enough to win the inning and be a +10 for winning the 7th inning.
What's the longest game that you've had here calling AU?
Ooh, geez. This year the games have been speeding by just because the pitching has been so good. I don't know the time frame.
What about innings-wise?
Oh, the way extra innings go, it's usually pretty quick. Yeah.
Not speaking extra innings into existence here. I'm just curious.
Yeah. Ball and 2 strikes to Romero.
Huge for Team Romero, though. You get 2 wins. It's a successful weekend. You've got those points in the bag no matter what happens tomorrow. That keeps you in it. Even if you were to get a 0 for some reason tomorrow, you're still in this thing.
This is a possibility for Flippin. Nope. Ball rolled up the leg of Fisher right to Hannah Flippin, and she had to play at first base. We'll see what the official scorer thinks the ruling should be.
Oh, poor Sam Fisher. This did not feel good. This ball was absolutely scorched. Hannah Flippin had her back, though. Close play at first base, and oof. That right there is why I never wanted to play third base. That's too close for me. When the right-handed hitters get into the box and they pull that ball down the line, it's terrifying.
That's ruled a single. Official score said that's a single, so 3 hits today for Sierra Romero. 2 singles and a double for Romero, so stat points wise, 10, 10, and 20, so plus 40 for her, plus all the inning wins and winning the game. It's going to be a big, big point day for Romero. Again, it's totally appropriate. You would never do this in any other form of softball, but Sierra Romero could try and steal second base just to get 10 more points.
I would say a sacrifice bunt situation, but not with Mia Davidson, the way she's been swinging the bat.
Popped up. Leach. Oh, she dropped it. This is going to be interesting. Oh, Leach could have had. Oh, no, she did the right thing. Okay, so she gets the lead out at second. Now the question is, the heads up, Aubrey Leach, did she do that on purpose?
I don't think so, but I always think of this scenario that you could, because you want to get rid of the faster runner. Between those two, Sierra Romero, Mia Davidson, you're only going to get 1 out in this result, so you get rid of the faster runner. I think it's smart.
Another pop-up on the infield. Flippin makes the play, standard issue, and she raises 2 hands in victory, as that's the only inning win for Team Paramo. It's a +10. They win the 7th inning.
Hey, it's a little something to go home with for Team Paramo, but let's be clear, this game was all about Team Romero. 3 home runs for the Orange squad.
So there's your final score, 10-3. Team Romero beats Team Paramo. We've got another game coming your way. It'll be Team Zirkle and Team Garcia. Stuck around for that one.